When the bird glides across the sky. That song I listened to during my insomnia last night. The Renaissance do have an exquisite taste in art, but this melody just keeps my mind going. Not suitable for sleeping. Erase. Next, today's breakfast. Boyan style. All trivial. Erase it too. It was delicious, though. All right, looks like my guest has arrived. Gotta handle the rest later. What? Do I look like some murmuring android to you?
Sorry, President. Were you?
Tuning memories. Curious about my forte? I can extract frequency information from an object, use it as an anchor to draw out related memories, and store them in my mind. But the brain has limits, so I have to decide which memories to keep and which to discard, just like you saw earlier. It's different from amnesia. With amnesia, memories might still return. But when I erase something through memory tuning, I erase the frequency entirely. There's no recovering it. All right, back to the point. I told you all that because it ties into what I mentioned in the message earlier. Correct. I need your help to confirm something. May I borrow an item you always carry? Oh, you still have it. Perfect. Objects with personal meaning carry stronger frequencies. Rover, I'll need to ask you a few questions. Let's begin. I have a general picture now. At the end of the celebration, you and Sigrika entered the dark side to solve the final riddle, and encountered another Sigrika. And you realized she was fake when she said, "Should finding an answer really be so important?"
You got it all right. Amazing how much you learned just from that single card.
To me, your memories play like a film. I can pause and study them frame by frame. So, what happened after the fake Sigrika revealed herself?
Then, there was a rabbit. I remember chasing it. The same one I saw right after entering the dark side.
I see. Thank you, Rover. I think I've found what I needed. Remember when I said Mornier compared the frequencies and found that the rabbit was likely the root cause of the dark side anomaly? The rabbit leads those who enter the dark side to face what they fear and try to avoid. Just like Sigrika meeting her alter ego. Since then, the anomaly has persisted. Some students and professors have faced the same situation. Given the Grand Architect's teaser for you and Dr. Luke, that rabbit should be one of the Fraxidus's little tricks in this game of theirs. They harmed my students and colleagues with such despicable means. As the president, I'll make sure they get a taste of their own medicine. That rabbit is their pawn, which means I can turn it against them. We'll lure it out, capture it, and remove the anomaly at its source. Then, using my forte, I can extract information about the Fraxidus from it. But mobilizing the Academy's resources might alert our enemies. I need some more personal aid. Someone I trust, who knows the dark side well. And that's you. Wonderful. Hearing that puts me at ease. It's worth noting that while many have entered the dark side, only a few were chosen by the rabbit. While the celebration incident was a Fraxidus scheme targeting you and Sigrika, the other victims might have followed a pattern that drew the rabbit. Exactly. We need to find out what each of them did in the dark side and make comparisons. The common threads might be what attracted the rabbit. The Academy has already investigated the victims. Based on what we found, a few possible factors stand out. Like how long they stayed in the dark side, whether they entered with a strong purpose or desire, and whether they brought anything back. Our next lead is a professor with a pretty strong opinion against the Academy's management. That's why you as a student are a better choice to approach him. Not exactly. Some of his beliefs just don't align with the executive's ideas. Setting that aside, I'll support your investigation from the dark side. My forte will be essential to uncover what they experienced. Once you speak with him, try to obtain one of his personal items. That'll let me relive his memories in the dark side. Now, I've texted you the basic info on that victim. And take this.
Don't underestimate this little mirror. It's actually a communicator. It's only natural for partners to have a private line, right? It's getting late. I'm already on my way to the dark side. The on-campus investigation is in your hands now. Oh, and check your phone. I've sent you a new message. You're holding it too close. Using a communicator like that would make you look too suspicious. Relax. I already adjusted the settings before giving it to you. Just keep it in your pocket. The key is to stay calm and look natural.
So, what does your receiver look like?
Why not take a guess? We have a winner. Nice association.
Ugh, law of conservation. Then tell me, is the time between holidays and weekdays physically symmetric? Fridays turn into weekends, but when weekends pass, it takes 4 whole days for Friday to come again. Time clearly isn't evenly divided, is it?
Maybe when they invented weekdays and weekends, they didn't think about that law. You know, science is rarely accepted by the masses at first. Anyway, we should probably focus on the back-to-school exam. I heard President Lucilla wrote the questions. Now just imagine our pass rate. Freshmen, you'd better be ready.
Exam guides? You mean like notes, previous tests, or lecture reviews? Forget it. None of that works on President Lucilla's exams. According to her, don't think of it as a test of knowledge, but an assessment of your life skills. After all, here at Star Torch, knowledge isn't just for show. It's what lets you breathe and move forward.
Yeah, she really doesn't like those old scholars who keep talking about theories all day.
Speaking of our professors, is there anyone who might go easy on students? Maybe Professor Sevi?
Professor Sevi? Maybe. People say he treats students like his own kids. We just saw him earlier.
But isn't he one of those old scholars the president dislikes? I heard they had a dispute once. He refused to compromise his academic pursuits, and it all ended on a sour note.
Adult drama. Let's not dwell on it. Oh, and why are you asking about Professor Sevi? Say no more. He's nearby. You can find him up ahead.
They remember it so clearly. Guess my speech on the opening ceremony wasn't a complete waste of time. Oh, no panic. I simply put together the professor's finest ideas for the exam questions and added a little extra depth.
I read it. Aside from the title, the rest was mind-numbingly long and irritating, like a damn void worm. And don't you dare include my name in your acknowledgements. That'd be pure slander. That's all. The freshman. What is it?
Well done. That voice? It's Professor Carl. You better answer him candidly. He's one of the tough nuts, just like Professor Sevi.
Sevi? He's probably prepping instruments. The man seems to be trapped in his research lately. Ever since he got back from the dark side, he's been calling for its shutdown, saying no one should go in. Caused another big argument with the top brass. Why? Probably because of Lucilla and her merry band. They must have botched something and Sevi caught wind of it. You're new, so you probably wouldn't know. Sevi and I don't really see eye to eye with Lucilla. She's a fine teacher, but as the Academy's leader, hardly. If it's about scholarship, we have geniuses like Professor Mornier. If it's about leadership, we have investors with far more experience. And yet, she, an average resonator with no special expertise, is now carrying the Academy's future. Really? Forget it. Don't even know why I'm bringing this up with a student. Guess I've been bottling that up for too long.
About what Professor Carl just said.
Oh, don't worry. I'm fine. In my position, hearing skeptical voices is part of the job. But tell me, Rover, what do you think a president should be like? And where should Star Torch Academy be heading? Oh, no rush. Go see it for yourself. Let's keep moving. Professor Sevi should be just ahead. And one more thing. He is also a memory-type resonator. He can reproduce and project objects from his memories. To keep you focused, I'll stay quiet during your conversation.
You're late. Did you bring all the materials I asked for? Hand me the recalibrator. What? My mistake. I thought you were my assistant. You are, have we met before? The Academy newspaper. You must be the student behind the success of the new solar ceremony, right? So, when the launch program for Helios bugged out, how did you manage to recalibrate the parameters? And what about the live drive data? Watching a project come to life always gets me a little overexcited. I helped with part of the launch mechanism myself. Oh, I haven't even introduced myself properly. I'm Sevi, professor from the Department of Engineering and a past recipient of the Space Trek Collective's Star Torch Prize. This prize hasn't been awarded in years due to the difficult situation. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm not showing off. I keep it to remind myself that our science did make headway before. Though now... Anyway, what brings you here?
Lucilla mentioned that he's not on good terms with the management. I can't let him know I was sent here by her. Still, we're both victims of the dark side. Maybe approaching from that angle won't raise suspicion. I'm here to talk about the dark side. Sagrika and I had an accident there, and I heard other students and professors experience something similar. There are so many conflicting stories about it. As someone who'd been there, I want to know if everyone saw the same thing. You've entered it too, haven't you, Professor?
Before that, tell me, what did you see in there? Unfortunately, although I did enter the dark side once, I didn't see any of that. Still, with all these incidents, the place should be completely sealed, especially from students. Now, I have to prepare for an experiment. We can have more discussion next time. Oh, and, that medal's yours now. The Star Torch Prize may have been discontinued, but your contribution to the new solar ceremony deserves recognition. What we need now is another breakthrough in technology. So, take it as my personal acknowledgement.
Yes, I've heard everything.
Looks like Professor Sevi didn't want to open up about what he saw on the dark side.
Even so, that medal's a valuable lead. It's deeply connected to him. Please place the medal in front of the makeup mirror. I can't touch it myself, so I'll read and tune its frequency remotely. Excellent. Now, leave the rest to the adult.
President, can you still hear me?
Yes, the comms are stable. Let's begin.
This is strange. I was setting up the room according to the riddle the Academy gave me, but now it's... Who changed the riddle? Who altered the scene? Could it be that rabbit the students keep mentioning? Either way, I should focus on restoring the room through memory projection. If a student gets misled and causes another accident, it'll be a real headache.
So, this is Professor Sevi's memory when he first entered the dark side. He stayed here quite a while and used his forte. From what we just saw, he was one of the staff involved in the new solar celebration. He came here to restore the scene that had been tampered with. But...
Something wrong?
not exactly. Maybe because I'm a memory-type resonator too. Something caught my attention. People think memory-type resonators like us are masters of memories and emotions, unshaken by illusions or insults. But no forte is perfect. When we pour all focus into manipulating memories, information floods the mind. That's when we're most vulnerable. The anomaly in the dark side preys on the mind. If I were a Fraxidus member, I'd strike then. This projection won't hold for long. Let's move forward.
I can't even feel time passing here. Half an hour's gone already? This one should go here. Wait, the rabbit. You again. Are you the one who changed the riddle and walked this place? Get back here.
This memory records the moment he met the rabbit. Before that, he mentioned time. Could that be another key factor?
Did the other victims have similar behaviors?
Let's not jump to conclusions yet. Keep going.
Gone again. No matter how good you are at hide and seek, your traces stay in my memory. I'll just need to use my forte again. No use hiding. I know you're there. Surprised? Staring at yourself? No. I know what this is. The dark side's a mirror. You're just my shadow. Ha. Even if I'm a shadow, so what? I'm still part of you. Afraid your shadow might know a few of your secrets. Secrets you've been running from. You're trapped, desperate for progress. Like that Huanglong researcher who eventually threw everything away for the truth. Haskar Spectrum. That name rings a bell? I'm nothing like Haskar. Oh, you're right about that. You don't even have his courage to give it all up. That's why you're stuck here, like a lab rat running in circles. But what if I told you the answer you've been seeking is right here? Something about your current project. Go on. Take a look. The data model was wrong from the start. Is this where the error lies? If I fix it, my second hypothesis could actually work. Then, based on the corrected model, the result should be... Wait. There's a formula missing. The first half matches my derivation perfectly. Where's the rest? Where's the other half of the formula? I never said the answer was free. Let's make a fair trade. Offer something of equal value, and the answer's yours. Look, I've even prepared the stakes for you. Everything tied to your research. Thesis, data, it's all here. So, which one's worth the truth? See? No weight at all. Your report's worthless. Try again. Ah, no, no, no. Far from enough. Is that the extent of your pride in knowledge? Why not wager everything? That can't be. But it can. You've spent all your chips. What else do you have left to trade? Ah, right. Almost forgot about that. Your greatest honor, wasn't it? Let's see if it's worth anything. Look at that. You've given everything, and yet you still can't trade for a single answer. Or maybe the scale is the answer. The so-called scientific pursuit at Lahai Roy contributes nothing to the advance of human civilization. And of course, it can't change what sleeps beneath Lahai. You know exactly what I mean. Enough! You don't understand anything. Oh, don't I? You've got nothing left. Oh, but there's still one last thing you can trade. Your life. Go on. This is the part you idealists always love, isn't it? I told you, you don't understand. You're just preying on desperate seekers of truth. I won't let anyone else enter this room.
So that's why Professor Sevi was so determined to keep everyone out of the dark side.
He was protecting them in his own way. He feared that eager students or passionate teachers might trade their lives for an illusion of truth. Greatness isn't just about achievement. Sometimes it's about facing reality and still choosing to live with dignity. At Star Torch Academy, we pursue truth, yes, but we value the journey more than the destination. Weighing our worth on a scale? That's true ignorance. Now then, if we cross-check the clues from Sevi with the Academy's earlier findings, spending more time in the dark side does raise the chance of seeing the rabbit, but that's not the root cause. Now then, if we cross-check the clues from Sevi with the Academy's earlier findings, you're saying it's drawn to one's vulnerability. But everyone has weaknesses. Some hide them deeper, some don't. That alone isn't special enough. Now then, if we cross-check the clues from Sevi with the Academy's earlier findings, you're half right. The key isn't the forte itself, it's what it acts upon. Remember? Professor Sevi used his forte to restore the scene, and other student victims used theirs to take something from the dark side. In both cases, they influenced the space itself. That's the real link.
Since we found the answer, I'll wait for you here. Hello? Lucilla?
Look, there's actually one more thing I didn't mention. After the celebration, every dark side victim shared one trait. They were all memory-type resonators, and there aren't many of us in the Academy. Only one remains. You understand what that means now, don't you? Focus my mind. Loosen my thoughts. Just a little. Give the threat an opening. A small price to draw it out. In that false professor's words, a fair trade it is. Since the Fraxidus went to such lengths to invite me, well, as the president, how could I turn down the feast?
That student, you seem to trust him quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. You'll understand once you meet him yourself. Anyway, how's your progress?
Just as planned. No one else remains in the dark side. But the rabbit's clever. Every room has traces of its frequency. I can't pin down its exact trail.
Huh. If it were easy to catch, their little feast wouldn't be half as entertaining, would it? And remember, if anything unexpected happens, you know what to do.
Since the Fraxidus went to such lengths to invite me, well, as the president, how could I turn down the feast? Of course. And I knew if I told you sooner, you'd either stop me or try to follow me. But there's something only you can do from the outside. The dark side is unstable by nature. Remember what I said? The Academy used riddles to regulate its gateways. Most have been replaced by Fraxidus riddles, but a few originals are still hidden in the Academy's archive. And the archive is inclusive. Be careful what you dig into. Rover, I need you to set a stable dark side exit with a riddle unknown to the Fraxidus.
Remember what you told Sagrika at the celebration? That means no matter what, we stick together.
Even if I said no, you'd come anyway, wouldn't you? Fine. The dark side is a maze. I'll leave a few clues behind to guide you. But if anything goes wrong, promise me, you'll get out immediately.
Gotta go fast!
I can't control where I'm going while in zero gravity.
Found it! Oh, my magistrate. This is the one Kara recommended. Huh?
The alternative riddles for the new solar celebration. Guess this is what President Lucilla wanted. Why is it tucked into a storyboard, though? Her hobby? Hope this helps.
You're here. This way.
If I follow this path, it should lead me to the president. That's odd. Why are tacit discords here? And they're all moving towards her.
Yes! Just like that!
Straight from the shadows.
Yes! Just like that!
The tacit discords are gathering around here. Hopefully this helps.
Yes! Just like that!
This is...
Even got my taste right, huh? It's always so easy to read one's mind. The Tragic Life of Lucilla, directed by Lucilla, starring Lucilla.
Welcome. Enjoy your own movie.
Using my name and slapping on a title that lame? heard the Fraxidus had a playwright. And this is what your art looks like?
This is the story of a girl who discovered she could read memories when she started to grow up. Before she could fully develop her self-knowledge, she absorbed too many memories that weren't her own, until she lost who she was.
Stealing Sevi's voice? Twisting people's lives into your cheap drama. Since when does that count as cinema? What's next? My grand arrival in Lahairoi?
How ironic. The girl who built her life on her memory gift walks into an institute buried beneath the Frostlands and becomes its leader. A flock of lambs chasing the future crowns a shepherd who can only record the past. What can she offer? Drown in the relics of humanity's golden age? Or lead the innocent straight into the abyss? The flock crosses the frozen lands, trying to light fires against the coldness and darkness. Some burn clothes, some burn books, some even burn themselves. But the coldness and darkness know no end and devour everything. In the end, nothing remains, only silence.
Oh, how considerate to have even written the Academy's ending for us, too. If this ever hit theaters, I'd fast forward it tenfold just to end the agony. The title really tells it. Utterly tasteless.
Thus ends the film. However, upon review, it's filled with meaningless actions, and its protagonist is pitifully naive. The script will be rewritten and rescreened. Actress, please wait before the curtain.
A post-credits scene? Planning to remake my life now? Fine. Since you've handed me a free ticket, I'll see it through.
The Tragic Life of Lucilla, remake. Scene 1, action. The pitiful girl repeats her past, grows up again, and again arrives at Star Torch Academy, standing once more at a crossroads.
Now, I'll announce the results of the Star Torch Academy presidential election. The vote was jointly conducted by each department's committee and the new Federation's Special Investigation Panel. Professor Lucilla, Congratulations. You've been elected as the new president of Star Torch Academy. Well then, President Lucilla, care to say a few words?
That's amazing, Professor Lucilla. Oh, should I say President?
Thank you for your trust, but I don't intend to accept. Compared to others at the Academy, don't you think I'm a bit too ordinary? I have no major academic achievements, nor administrative experience. Honestly, sometimes I even feel small standing among all of you. Making a nobody the shepherd is dangerous for everyone, isn't it? So, please understand my choice. I'm content following at the back of the flock. I request a new election.
Quiet, quiet. Everyone please be seated.
Professor Lucilla.
At least she knows her place. Let's just set a new election date and...
Look, Professor Lucilla's here.
About your request, I have the right to...
Professor Lucilla just ran out of the room, clutching her head, like she's lost it.
How long has she been locking herself in there?
No clue. We just heard stuff breaking. And someone crying.
Could it be she's having another episode? The madness caused by memory confusion.
Are you really quitting the project, Lucilla?
This will be my final lecture. I've already filed to close the course next term.
She said nothing. Deep down, she'd already accepted her own mediocrity and stopped moving forward. The girl who once forced herself to stand tall now teeters on the edge. Her curtains about to fall.
Did the others' memories bleed into mine again? How long was I out? The meeting's already over. What's happening to me? I just want to forget, to erase this wretched forte. Erase. Right. If I erase the memory of my forte itself, maybe then everything will go back to normal. I'm done with all of it.
She abandoned her title, her right to explore, and now even her own forte.
She chose to kill the person she used to be. Like someone who had drowned, losing both her air and shadow.
A different choice, a brand new life. Tell me, our dear audience, isn't this fascinating? If everything's destined to fade away, why not just wait it out? Enjoy the last bit of pleasure and revel in the beautiful memories before the end.
After all, fleeting joy feels far more real than some unreachable truth.
You only need to come a little closer and take my hand. Our lives can trade places. No more pain, only warmth and bliss. The curtain's about to fall, and the choice is yours.
Done with your performance? All that noise for one purpose. The same trick you used on Sevi. Stirring fear, pressing old wounds. Let me guess what you're after. Targeting Sigrico is just a diversion. You wanted the Academy to intervene. Next, the memory-type resonator is affected in the dark side. And you knew I'd see it. That was your invitation. So this little play, it was meant for me and all the memory-type resonators. You're afraid of something in us, aren't you? Something that threatens your grand scheme. You put on quite a hilarious show, I'll give you that. But you came to the wrong audience. You can ramble about pasts and futures all you like, but I only focus on the present. And that's exactly why your message in that film disgusts me. I don't deny the doubt, the struggle, or the pain we face in our search. Every soul in Star Torch Academy has endured those. But the weight of civilization demands shoulders to bear it. And we, right from the beginning, are a flock, walking willingly toward our own end. If the campfire's dying out, then these lambs you mock will burn themselves, just to walk one more mile before the final breath. No glory sought, no remembrance needed. We'll lie down here, leaving not a trace. But what's the point of it all? The point? You, who watch us burn. You're the proof. You and everyone behind you. That's our meaning. And one more thing. Whether I deserve to be the president? That's not for your cheap words or your lousy films to decide. If you're so desperate to tear me down, that only proves I'm doing something right. Tell me, who's the real desperate one here? You're not the only one with backup. Checkmate. You're here.
Go after it. I'll handle the rest.
Come on, we've still got work to do. Stay sharp, Rover. It can take the form of anything in the dark side. There's only one passage here. It must still be around. Stay close. No sign of it here either. Let's split up. I'll check this room. You take the one before. Told you. It's checkmate this time. We still haven't figured out what the Fraxidus wants with the dark side. For now, this little one's our only lead. Let me try reading its memory first. Oh, looks like I don't even need to use my forte.
I suppose this counts as our first proper meeting, Madame Lucilla.
Proper meeting? You're talking to me through a rabbit from your little hideout. That's what you call proper? Still, thanks for the film. It was tasteless and trashy, but I'll admit, it added a little fun to my job. You knew I'd catch this rabbit from the start.
And didn't you already know it was a trap meant for you? We both have what the other wants.
What are you trying to do in the highway?
As an educator, you of all people should know better. Finding the answer is the asker's job, you know? Still, congratulations! You won this round.
Won? I never agreed to play your little game. And neither did my students. Right, Rover?
Flattering myself? That hurts. I worked very hard setting up those trials for you. If you didn't enjoy them, don't worry. There'll be a next round. And I promise it'll be far more thrilling. Because next time, we'll be betting on the very fate of Lahai Roy. Will it go boo and vanish? Or will the flames of Star Torch keep burning? I can't wait. Truly, I can't wait for our next meeting.
Next meeting. It's all right. At least we dealt with the source of the dark side's anomaly. I know you've got many questions, but let's get out of here first.
You said the things in the dark side wouldn't hurt them.
Didn't I do what you asked? You wanted to help Sagrika, so I tweaked the dark side to help her see herself clearly. Besides, no one got hurt, right? Your friend, your teacher, and Rover. I should thank you, actually. You helped me finish an experiment.
Experiment?
The opposite of the void. How far can memory-type resonators go before its power consumes them? And what other tricks is this petty academy hiding? A Miko wielding a sword? Come, my sweet darling. We've still got much to do.
What about the rabbit? Isn't it your pet?
We don't keep trash. We dump it. So, please try hard to be useful if you don't want to be disposable.
Sorry, Rover. I've kept you busy all day.
From the moment you came to me, you already knew this was a trap set by the Fraxidus. Yet, you planned to walk right into it.
All in a day's work for your president. Besides, it worked out pretty well, don't you think? Don't worry. I know the dark side pulls people toward what they fear and try to escape from. But I learned to face my past honestly long ago. You want to know?
Didn't you say you wanted to introduce a new course? Star Torch guidelines, from strangers to confidants? Students and teachers should get to know each other, right? Maybe this counts as our first class.
I really set myself up for that one. Well, Before I turned 20, I couldn't tell which memories were mine and which belonged to the ones I had read. As I absorbed more and more of them, I saw too many births and deaths. I started to feel how small and ignorant I really was. That's exactly what the dark side preyed on. It then recreated the predicament I once lived through. The Fraxidus was questioning me, the representative of Star Torch Academy. When the future offers no answers, and existence itself is destined to fade, can anything we do in our brief and ignorant lives truly matter? As a student of Star Torch Academy, what do you think, Rover? That's the kind of answer you'd say. Back then, I joined the Space Trek Collective without a real purpose. But luckily, just like you, I met a good teacher. My teacher was an ordinary man, a Roya in charge of observation in the Frostlands. We both spent our days watching and recording, each in our own realm. But he never saw himself as just an observer. Again and again, he made connections with people and the things he studied, and built bridges between them. It was like how we draw lines between the stars now. In these perilous Frostlands, each person is a point of light for another. Maybe I used to stand too high, never stooping to feel the emotions in those memories. The ones that needed time to settle for an ordinary person. When I revisited the memories I once read, I realized they all shared one thing in common. Everyone spends their whole life searching for answers. And it's those very answers that give meaning to our journey toward the future, even if we might find nothing in the end. No, I'm still searching. In that sense, I'm the same as all of you, just another student on the path. So, don't worry. Until I find it, the Fraxidus won't be able to shake me. Also, about that Miko lady you're curious about. My lips are sealed on that, I'm afraid. A president has her principles, not to mention the Academy's safety protocol. But one day, you'll see her again. Anyway, I still have to write a full report on the dark side. Leave the rest to the adults now. It's getting late, Rover. I'll see you in class. Has this game truly ended? Still something you want to say? Oh, but Star Torch Guidelines from Strangers to Confidants is designed for both teachers and students, isn't it? If you want to hear mine, you'll have to share your stories before coming to Lahairoi first. I've only read about Renacida in textbooks. Their culture of living alongside echoes reminds me a bit of the Roya. If I ever get the chance, I'd love to visit there and hear their bards perform in person. All right, since you shared, I'll tell you something you wanted to know. During an expedition in the Frostlands, I got caught in a storm and was separated from the others. Due to my chaotic memories, I barely understood the concept of death. An old Royan observer rescued me and brought me back to his outpost. When he learned of my ability, he asked me to help him recall the memories he'd long forgotten. In that small cabin, I read the joys and sorrows of his past. He studied the behavior of Exoswarm alone, danced the Royan dances there, and shared laughter with passing researchers. He was never lonely. I began to follow his example and actively reached out to the memories I once read. I wanted to show my respect and experience them anew. Guess what I felt then? No, it was the fear of death. For the first time, I truly feared death. I felt their most genuine human emotions facing the jaws of death. When I realized that, I knew I was finally waking up from the nightmare of those memories.
Gotta go fast! Next stop, the horizon!
It's just the two of us now. No need for all the formality, Hiyuki. Oh, and just so you know, the maintenance fee for that blade will be coming out of your paycheck this month.
Which blade?
The one you used in the dark side. That makes it the fourth you've broken so far. Try to be gentler the next time, will you?
Sure. What about my own sword?
Its maintenance is mostly done. Don't worry, you'll have it back soon. Wanna try one? It's pretty popular among the students.
Not hungry.
Candy's supposed to be eaten when you're not hungry. That's what makes it taste good. Go on, try it. Have you swallowed it?
Mm-hmm. A bit sour, and my tongue's tingling. Not my favorite.
Huh. No reaction at all. That's odd. When Sigrika and the others ate theirs, they...
What?
You're no fun.
He saw me. Does that affect your plan?
It's fine. The Fraxidus didn't just set the trap for me. It was meant to draw you out as well. They've noticed your existence. I'm sorry for keeping you confined, for trying to hide your power. In the end, it still came to light.
We both knew this day would come sooner or later.
So, Would you consider moving back to the academy for now? If anything happens, you can respond right away. The Fraxidus went to great lengths to tamper with the dark side, but it poses a little actual threat to the academy. At worst, this anomaly might be tied to the power of the Threnodian too. It seems they're already preparing their next phase.
What do you need me to do?
Now's not the time. You should know that the Space Trek Collective was built atop the Threnodian. That's why we've prepared countless contingency plans. Even if every single one failed, even if the Threnodian completely consumed the Collective, we still have a final card to play. The wish-granting Miko. You.